Okay, boys and girls, so this is your math assignment for Wednesday, day 3. Make sure you're on math class pages week 2. Now, yesterday you had a SchoolNet assignment where you had to log on to SchoolNet, put in the passcode, and take a test. It was a very easy test. I will say though, however, a lot of you did not do it. And I'm getting a little frustrated, I'm not going to lie, because I keep calling parents, and next up, principals are going to start calling because there's a lot of kids who are not doing their assignments on time. Remember, you're at home, you're still doing schoolwork as if it's a regular school day. So, I would like to say here's my notebook of all the kids this week. I keep track of who does their work and who doesn't. So if you see zeros, those are all the kids who do not do their work. So yesterday for SchoolNet, I am missing Karima's test, Israel's test, Jeremiah's test, Bruna's test, Bruna with a B, not Luna. Luna did her work. Eva didn't do it. Bianca didn't do it. Brianna didn't do it. Johan didn't do it. Gianna, Matthew, and Angel didn't do it. So if you did not do your fraction test, I suggest you go on and do it immediately. It's super easy. And remember, I already made a YouTube video on it. So guys, make sure you're watching these videos. Please, I can't stress that enough. It will help you. Okay, so yesterday, this is what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to watch, what happened? You were supposed to watch the Khan Academy video and then do the SchoolNet. And I showed you the video on how to do it. Now today, you are doing fractions on a number line. Now, like I said, I was going to tell you before, fractions on a number line, before school ended, we never got the chance to do it. So you need to pay attention to the video on Khan Academy because you have not done that yet. And this is what it looks like. So please watch that video because you have not done fractions on a number line. Now I'm going to quickly show you because it's super easy. A lot of you already understand it, but those of you who don't, I'm going to show you. This is my fractions on a number line piece of paper. I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is. We know that the fractions always have a numerator and a denominator. So let's look at this fraction number line. It's a number line. Start with 0. 0. Count up. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many lines altogether? 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. Remember, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 doesn't count as 1. 0 counts as 0. So 0 line, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means there are 4 lines altogether. So your denominator is 4. Now that means you draw a fraction underneath all of them. That means your denominator is 4 for each one. Okay? Now, for your numerator, your top number, it's easy. Start again. 0, 1, 2, 3, and this is 4 over 4, which is the same thing as 1. So you see it? All it is you're counting how many lines there are. That's your denominator. And then you're counting, oh, this is the first line, so that's number 1. Oh, this is the second line, so that's number 2. Let's take a look at this again. Starting with 0, let's count how many lines. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many lines do you see? You see 6 lines altogether. So make your fraction. Write the 6 in the denominator. And now start again with 0. Count up by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And 1 really means 6 over 6. See? Numerator says 1 because this is the first line. 2 because this is the second line. 3 because this is the third line. 4 because this is the fourth line. And 5 because it's the fifth line. And then you have your denominator, which is 6 because you have 6 lines altogether. And I'll show you one more. Start with 0. Count up by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many lines do you see? 9 altogether. That means your denominator is 9 for all of these numbers. Okay, now we count up, and every line that you hit is your number. So 0, this is the first line. That means the numerator is 1. This is the second line, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1 means 9 out of 9 because it's the 9th line. So just like that, that's all you have to do. You just have to count all the lines, and that's your denominator. Then the first line after 0 is 1, and then 2, and then so on. So let's look at the test for today. If you go on to SchoolNet and you put your passcode in, mine looks different than yours, but I'm going to show you what your test would look like on your screen. You are going to have tests about fractions on the number line. And like I said, if you get confused, watch this video again so you can see how fractions are supposed to be done. There's 10 questions. And this is the first one. It says complete each of the 2 activities for each task. So first is the first activity. Martha used 3/4 cup of sauce and Bill used 6/4 cup of sauce. So which set of number lines show the amount of sauce in cups that Martha and Bill used? Okay, remember, Martha used 3/4 cup of sauce. 3/4. So that means the denominator is 4 altogether. So count if there's 4 lines. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or those. That's not even a denominator of 4, so it can't be that one. So Martha can't be this one automatically. And you could use this tool. Get rid of it. Can't be this one. Remember, you're counting 4 lines all together. Now, Martha's line. How many lines do you see? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see 4 lines now? Yes. Now, remember, those middle lines are not full lines. Those are halves, so we don't count those. So remember, 3/4 is Martha. You have 4 altogether. And where's the third line? 1, 2, 3. So is that on 3/4? Yes, that's on 3/4. But you have to now use Billy as 6/4. So you're going to have to find 6/4 for Billy. And if this is it, then you would click this one. But make sure you look at all the other ones. Now, does this show 4 lines for Martha? Yes, it does. But does it show 3/4? No, because Martha's on 4/4. So what would be your best answer? If you don't know anything about Billy, where Billy is 6/4, because we didn't learn that, you don't need to know about Billy being 6/4, because if you know that Martha's 3/4, all you have to look for is the one that says 3/4 for Martha, and then that's your answer. For activity, again, same people. Martha used 3/4 of sauce and Billy used 6/4 cups of sauce. They were each supposed to use 1 cup of sauce. So then you would select what would be the right answer, which statement, which sentence is true, okay? And click your right answer. Now it says plot a point at 5/8. You remember 5/8. Where would 5/8 be? Let's count your 0. Denominator says 8. That means it has to have 8 lines. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 8 lines? Yes, that means the denominator is 8. So which one of these would be the 5th line? Start with 0. Count to the 5th line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you reach the 5th line, click on it. That's all. Sierra finished 2/6 of her homework before dinner. Which point shows where she finished dinner? She finished at 2/6. So let's double check. Denominator has to be 6. That means there's 6 lines altogether. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 lines altogether. Very good. But she finished at 2/6. So which of these numbers would be where the 2 line is? Would it be M, N, P, or Q? Click on the right answer. Some students plotted points on the number line below to show the distances they ran in miles. Jim ran 9/4 miles. That's super tricky because you haven't learned 9/4. You're used to the bigger number being in on the denominator side. So which point shows the distance Jim ran? So 9/4 would be where? Think about it this way. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in between. 9/4 would be, and click your right answer. Point M on the number line shows the distance that Martha ran. What is the fraction that Martha ran? Remember, count to see how many there are for the denominator. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 altogether, so your denominator must be 6. And then you count the lines and tell me what M is. So obviously it can't be this one. It can't be this one. So you have to figure out which one that is. Look at the number line below. Which point is 5/3? And you have to click the right answer. Jason bought an apple pie. He ate 1/4 of the pie. Which number line represents 1/4? Again, 1/4, the denominator is 4. So which line shows 4 lines altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. That shows 4 lines altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. That shows 4 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. That shows 4 altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4. They all show a denominator of 4, but which one shows 1? Which of these? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So which one has A, B, C, or D has 1/4 on the number line? Darren plotted point D on the number line below to show how far he hiked today. What would be the fraction for this one? Again, count how many numbers there are altogether. That's the denominator. Then whatever number is on here, that's the numerator. So please make sure you use your math notebook if you need to write things down. Look at the number line. If Jeremy ran 3/5 miles during PE class, which point on the number line represents how far Jeremy ran? Which one of these points would be 3/5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have our denominator. Which one of these shows the number 3? M, N, P, or Q? Select your answer. And your last one is Seth is making a cake for lunch. The amounts of flour, water, sugar, and chocolate chips he needs for the cake are shown below. So it shows his recipe and his fractions. Which number line shows how much water Seth needs in cups? All right, so water, how much he needs? He needs 1/2. So which one shows the point on exactly 1/2? Remember, 1/2 would be right down the middle. So which one of these shows 1/2? And then that's it. Then you submit your work and I will see on my end what your grade was. Now remember, boys and girls, do your work. Bye.